Welcome back, my extraterrestrial mafia. This is New Toon Tuesday, and I'm AlienMafia. And today we'll be covering over a Radiation Blast Energy Aura Sentinel. I haven't built very many Sentinels, but I do know enough about them to make them. So, first off, we started with the essence of Radiation Blast. We have Neutrino Bolt, Radiate, which is a very good power, Cosmic Burst, which is a good power. Slow cast time, but it's very strong. And then Proton Stream. This is your attack chain, so you'd cycle through these three powers when you're facing against a single target. Atomic Blast we also grabbed, and then Aim to buff the nuke. Over in Energy Aura we grabbed all of them except for Power Drain and Overload. I'm not a big fan of new tier 9 powers that kind of just it crashes too much, and just leaves you susceptible. But if you build the character without relying on it, that's a far better option to me personally, than to grab it and rely on it. Power Drain in this case, I feel like we don't really need the endurance help, so we opted to not grab it. In this person's build, he wanted a fly power, and we chose to go with the sorcery pool. So Spirit Ward is not really a useful power, but it does allow us the power to throw in the Miracle plus Recovery in it. Mystic Flight, which is our fly, and then Rune of Protection, which is super helpful for Energy Aura character. Rune of Protection is a perfect fit. Wow, that was a big truck. So it's perfect for the build. And with Fire Mastery, the epic pools are not super useful in Sentinels. There's not really any clear winners, so we ended up going with the Fire Mastery because Fire Cages is a nice big radius that will immobilize the targets, so it'll help you stay at range. And then Fire Sword Circle, which is it's a good strong power, and you do go into melee range with Irradiate and Atomic Blast. So with these powers, you combine it with the Fire Sword Circle, and then Warmth, so you can heal yourself and your teammates whenever you need it. And being a very defensive type power set, a self heal is very useful. Energize is in there, but Energize doesn't come back fast enough as an emergency heal. It's nice that you can just use this like all the time, so you keep the regen and the endurance discount from it, but it's not really an emergency heal. But you can save it for when you need it. Warmth is just an extra heal on top of that. And that's it for powers. Slots wise, we went with the Neutrino Bolt with Franken-slotted because we were able to afford to not need these slots for where our defenses are. So we're above 50% on defenses. Energy Aura has some defense debuff resistance, so when you do get hit, you're not going to drop off that fast, but you're not going to be high enough to be a tank. So this is you're good enough for a few hits, but tankiness is not going to be super strong. It'll be good, but it's not a tank. But Neutrino Bolt with the chance for negative and Apocalypse, chance for toxic, chance for buildup, chance for negative, and then accuracy and damage help, or mainly accuracy help, and then the chance for resist debuff in here. So this is a super good power. And then Proton Stream also has a chance for resist debuff. So between that and this, and then Cosmic Burst is just being your other chance for opportunity power, these three in an AV fight is going to be excellent. Kinetic Shield, we were capping out on the hit points, so we ended up switching this out to defense and endurance, and then the to hit accuracy Kismet. So same with Power Shield, we were changing these to the other to get extra defense and extra endurance out of it instead of using the triple Luck of the Gambler. Aim got the Gaussian synchronized fire control in it. Energy 6 slotted. for the energy and negative defense, because our negative defense was a little low, so that helped us boost it up. Plus, this recharges really fast. Hasten is permanent by 0.1 seconds. So because hasten permanent, energizes then permanent by just under 5 seconds. So you can keep the energize up constantly and then use warmth as your heal. So your regen and the endurance and discount will be on you all the time. Irradiate is a really good power, and then also has a chance for knockdown in it with a big radius. It's a very good power. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's a nice DOT in a big area that hits a lot of targets. So it's super useful. Entropy shield, just do an endurance in here. There's not much else you can do in here. I try to increase the defense debuff resistance in here with a Hameo. According to mids, that doesn't work. If that's wrong, leave a comment in the bottom of the video to let me know. But in mids, it does not add defense debuff resistance. So we kept it with endurance in here. Power armor, we went with the endurance heal and absorb, because this will help with the endurance discount, and it helps with the heal. So this will heal a little bit, because there's no sets. It doesn't take healing sets, according to meds. So using a Hemion here is super useful. This will help you. This will give you some more extra hit points. Spirit Ward went over that. Rune of Protection, 90 seconds worth of extra resistance. So we got 46% smash and lethal resistance. When you trigger this, you're up to 64%. So this combined with your defenses is going to be really strong. And then the regen. It's a very good self-sustaining defensive character with good damage. So repelling force is an auto power, so it's got their global recharge in here with some defense to help boost this number. But this is a good opportunity to get the resistance shield wall in there and scaling resistance reactive defenses. And that's because we're primarily a defensive based character. So these two come in handy on this type of build. Atomic Blast, 6 slots, Smash and Lethal defense. And, you know, Obliteration is a very good set, but its endurance discount is terrible. 18.5%. It's nothing. But it's a nuke. You're not going to fire it off very often. And it's 12 endurance, 12.63 endurance per trigger of it. So not too bad for the power for this set to be in. Fire Cages also has a chance for resist debuff in it. So this will help kill mobs faster and a chance for hold. And then Agility Core, Alpha slot. It's an all-encompassing slot. The recharge rate increases all the powers recharge rate, along with the DPS of the powers, because the faster they're up, the faster you can trigger them, the more damage you do per minute. And then the defense buff. So having a defensive set, the defense buff from agility has a greater effect for a character that has a lot of defensive powers. So in this case, the defense and agility boosts you super high to allow us a little bit more leeway in our slotting. So in this case, we went with that. And then endurance recovery, which will help because we're not taking power drain. So between energize with the endurance discount and the agility core, you'll be fine on endurance. You'll be perfectly fine on endurance. And that covers everything. Again, thank you all for watching. If you've learned something from this, awesome. If you disagree with something, I do listen. Leave a comment down below. If you would like me to do a build of your own, whether you haven't done one before or you've done one before and you're interested on my take on it, then leave there's a link in the description for a Google spreadsheet. Put your information in there, and I will build it, and we'll see what happens with it. I do these Monday nights. It's about 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come on by, ask questions as I build it. And thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment if you have any opinions on it, any corrections, any questions, and I'll get right back to you. I do read them. And have a good one and good night.